Hey, ladies, welcome. I'm super excited to be here with you today. And I'm going to make today's live stream really short because I'm still on vacation. I'm still part vacation, part work. Let's just be honest. But I'm in Manhattan Beach, and it's actually gorgeous. Look. I want you to see over my shoulder to see how beautiful it is. In the interim, let me just give you an update on what we're going to be talking about today. And it's going to be very brief, like I mentioned. But I really want to talk to you today. Hey, Erica, how are you? I want to talk to you today about raising your standards. And the reason why this is such an important topic is because, a lot of times what I bring to you when I do these teachings, when I do these live streams, they're really inspired by, what I've experienced personally, what my clients have experienced, what prospects share with me when we're in breakthrough sessions and things like that. And one of the common themes that I've been noticing this last week is really powerful women who have these big visions, these bold desires and expectations that they're not allowing themselves to experience, to realize, to achieve, because they're not, basically because they've actually lowered their standards. Let me put it that way. I think that's probably the better way to phrase it. Because oftentimes what happens is when you are someone who is a visionary, when you're someone who is a leader, when you are someone who, can just see further and faster than most people, what typically happens? Well, your normal social circle, whether that be your family, whether that be, close friends and peers, if they're not playing a game at that level, if they're not playing, and I'm trying to balance the sun here while I'm talking to you, if they're not playing a game as big as you, right? What they'll typically do is project their own fears onto you, right? And so what happens is that you typically end up lowering your standards, lowering your expectations, doubting yourself, thinking you can't do or you can't achieve what it is that you desire. And nothing could be further from the truth. The reason that you have the high standards that you have is because of the things that you've experienced, and because we let the plane pass. You can take a look at the view while I'm doing that, right? Isn't it awesome? Right? So the reason that you have these high standards and these expectations is because of who you are and what you're actually here to do, right? So it's important that you live up to your standards, you raise them, you stop fucking lowering them. And the best way that I can think of for you to do that is to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with women who are playing that bigger game, right? And I've shared this with you before. I'm sure I did this in a live stream a couple of weeks ago where I talked about the fact that we become like the people that we spend the most time with, right? And if the people that you're spending the most time with have small vision, right? Small thinking because of their own fears or whatever it is that they've gone through, their own programming, their own conditioning, right? You're either going to stay in that circle and lower your standards, or you're going to wake up and say, you know what? I owe it to myself. I owe it to the people that I'm here to serve to raise my standards and actually realize the vision that you're here to realize, right? And the way to do that is making sure that you're with other women who are holding you accountable. Women who are as smart as you, if not smarter than you, right? Women who will challenge you to your next level of greatness, which women who will, instead of allowing you to shrink back, they'll call you on your shit so you continue to rise. Because not only do you need this, but the people that you're here to serve need you to do this, right? So not only will it be reflected in your bank account, but it will also be reflected in the impact that you make on the world. It will be reflected in terms of the legacy that you're here to create, right? So it's important that you realize that, and it's important that you grasp this concept, and it's important that you figure out a way, right, to surround yourself with the right types of folks. Otherwise, you'll keep going backwards. You'll keep shrinking back. You'll keep lowering your standards, and you'll keep feeling frustrated. You'll keep questioning, why do I have these big dreams? Why do I have this big vision? Why am I so fucking smart and yet I'm frustrated, right? Yet I can't figure out how to get myself to that next level, right? And this is a big part of you getting to your next level. So many people think about strategy, right? And strategy obviously is important. Mindset is obviously important, but you also need to make sure that you've got, a crew of warriors behind you, like, who have your back, right? Who, when you lower your standards, they see that you're playing small and they call you out on it, right? instead of, the friends and family, the social circle you have right now, who they mean well, right? But they don't understand your vision. They can't see as big as you. They can't see as far as you. They can't see as wide as you, right? And so if you have the experience of having these $1 million ideas, for example, but you notice that maybe you go off to implement and you shrink back, or you notice that you have a pattern of attracting maybe support staff who don't really support you, so that you can, spend your time being distracted by putting out little fires instead of soaring ahead, right? Then you know what you're doing. You're actually playing small, right? And this is your opportunity. When I'm sharing this with you, this is an opportunity to really sit back, reflect, and get serious with yourself about what your fucking plan is. Do you plan to continue playing this little bullshit game where you feel like you're banging your head up against whatever your income ceiling is right now? Are you, desiring to continue to struggle and to suffer and to feel frustrated and to know that you're living below your potential, right? Do you desire to let your dream stay out there on hold someplace, right? Instead of getting the level of support that you need in order to get the results that you're fucking here to achieve, which you're capable of, right? You already know you're capable of it. It's just needing this extra step in order to help yourself get there. Make sense? All right. So I'm going to pause for questions here. Wait a minute. Hey, Nadia. Hey, Janelle, how are you? Hey, Emily. Emily, I am in Manhattan Beach. Yes, it's sunny. I can barely see, but it's gorgeous. Let me do a little tour. Can you see? Can you guys see? It's absolutely beautiful. But the sun is coming down, right? So the sun is setting, and it's kind of in my face. But I wanted to kind of do this really quickly for you because I'm going to dinner. I'm going to relax myself the rest of today, which is another important topic. You guys are high achievers. You guys are women who have these big visions, and you're oftentimes working so hard that, what you're receiving in return doesn't match the amount of effort, right, that you're putting in. And you're typically feeling exhausted at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, and yet your income isn't changing. Your stress level is going up, but your income's not going up, right? And you're still tolerating a lot of crap in your business, and you're not allowing yourself the time to relax, right? And so, what I'm even me being here, this trip has been twofold. Part of it has been scouting out a location for an event that I have coming up, and the other part of it has been me enjoying myself, me treating myself, because I've had an awesome fucking year, and this month is going to be even awesomer, right? And I'm glad that I actually did this live stream here for you today to kind of see the environment that I'm in, because I know many of you are struggling to allow yourself to receive on this level. I know many of you are waiting until you achieve a certain goal and basically attaching your sense of self and worth to your goals, and you shouldn't. You should be celebrating yourself all the fucking time, regardless of what the outcomes are, right? Because if you're not feeding yourself on that level, then energetically, you are not open to achieving the goals that you say that you want, at least not with the ease that you desire, right? So that's another important thing that I hope you guys take away from today's live stream. Cool. Does anyone else have any questions? Isn't it pretty, Emily? Awesome. Yeah, I think it's probably dark in Philly too, so I'm glad I got away. Hey, Nadia, how are you? Hey, Melissa, how are you? Melissa, I hope you're getting an example of how to do your stuff, right? Okay, because I want to see your stuff tomorrow. All right, so Nadia, wahoo, looking forward to hearing more details about the event. Awesome, cool. All right, so does anyone else have any questions or anything before I wrap? Because it's dinner time. I'm hungry. So hit me real quick. Yeah, it's really shiny, sunshiny out here. It's awesome. Hit me really quick if you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, or anything like that. Otherwise, I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my evening.
Hello.
I will. Thank you. So hello from some nice people walking down the pier here in Manhattan Beach. They wanted you all to say hi. Thank you, Melissa. I will have fun. All right, Melanie. Hey, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining. All right, does anyone have any questions? Seriously, question, comments, feedback, because this is not going to be my normal live stream where I say we're only going to be on for a short amount of time and then I continue to go on and on and on. Today I'm actually going to go have some dinner and a glass of wine. So if you guys do have questions, hit me now. If not, go back and watch the replay, because I shared a couple different things. I went off on a couple different tangents, as I normally do, but they're all related to you, really getting to your next level in business now. Don't fucking wait till 2018. You have a whole goddamn month to pull shit off. I mean, you can make miracles happen this month alone. My clients are living examples of that. I am living example of that. So get on it, right? And if you have questions while I am here, ask them, because, it's not cheap to work with me. So if there's something that I can help you with now, I would love to be able to do that. And for those of you who already know that you've been following me for a while, you're wanting to get the support that you need to get to your next level faster and easier than you could do on your own, go to DesireeStafford.com/session and sign up for a chance for us to talk, right? Because if I can help, how many people do I want to help this month? If I can help 5 more women this month, literally blow your own minds, right? Achieve the goals that you have been trying to achieve for so long by yourself, I would be beyond excited and happy to do that, because there's nothing that I love more, which is why I love what I do so much. There's nothing that I love more than helping powerhouses finally get out of their own fucking way, right? Because you're here to lead a big cause, a big mission, right? And it breaks my heart, honestly, to see so many of you struggling unnecessarily, partly because that was my own journey. And I know how unnecessary it was. But I also know the impact that you're here to create, right? And I know how frustrated you feel because you're not there yet. Yes, you're making money, which is great, right? But you also want to make money and feel fulfilled, right? And you also want to be working with the type of clients who light you up, right? You want to be doing work that sets your heart on fire. And if you're no longer feeling that and you want to get back to that place, I know that I can help you. Cool? And if you have questions now, you better ask. If not, I'll have a glass of wine for you. All right? Going once, going twice. All right, my friends, I'm out. Enjoy yourself today. Set goals for December. Don't wait until next year. Set goals for December. Get a plan to make it happen. Reach out to me if you want some support in getting there. Thank you, Melissa. I will. And then also make sure that you are enjoying yourself, right? You're not working yourself to the bone, thinking that working harder is the solution, because it is not, right? You've already done that long enough to know that that's not going to get you to where you want to be. Raise your standards and your expectations, which is how I even started today's live stream, and get yourself in a group of people who will encourage you to do that, so that you can counteract, the voices of your mom, your dad, your husband, your friends, whoever it is that's telling you that your standards are too high, that's telling you that you're on your high horse when you know exactly what you want, right? The people who tell you that you're too much, you expect too much, you're a bitch, like all of those kind of things that you've heard that have made you think that it's not okay to have the standards that you have. You have those standards because you're a fucking visionary, because you're here to change the world, and you need to make sure that you honor those standards instead of lowering them. Cool? All right, so I hope you guys got value out of today's video. If you have, like it, comment, share it. And until we speak again, I hope you're up to big, bold things in your life and in your business. Take care.